I did a video a little earlier. I didn't have the saw quite as far apart, but I'm going to scrap that video in favor of this one. I started this saw. It ran with spray in the carb, and it sounded pretty good, and it had good compression. So, and the cylinder and everything looks good so far, in the piston. But this is just an unusual saw, a very unusual saw. It has the Husher muffler over here that came with it. It was made in Canada, at Point Claire, Terry, for import to the UK and Europe. I guess all of Europe. But I took it apart, and I'm looking at the serial number. That's an 8-digit serial number with the 303. So I'm kind of confused. So I may have to ask somebody. I usually am pretty good at serial numbers. Some of these would have been a 73 a 70 with an 8-digit. Yeah, the first number would have been the set 1970. But what confuses me is that this is a 1970. There's some odd things. One is, it is an automatic oiler. It's a Super XL-12, but that's an odd looking oil pump. That is odd. I haven't seen one like that one before. It looks like it's in pretty good shape. But if everybody notice what this is, that's the old style reed manifold. The reed, it's not a pyramid reed, it's the single reed with the stopper in it. And this was built in 70, and they still use that. And this does not have an oil pump. It's not threaded for one. It's not made for one. The little line down here is not threaded either. So it was made to be a automatic oiler only. And they must have built this out of old parts. That's all I can think of. That's an old handle. And this would have had to have been built out of an XL-12 that wasn't threaded. That's all I can think, is that they built this out of an XL-12, but then they had to have used a Super XL, which would have been a 65 or so. And even on my older XL automatics, I don't think I saw this kind of oil pump on it. It looks different. It's flat up here. There's more. The other ones, this material isn't here. But anyway, yeah, this is an odd saw. And it was built and made mostly for homeowners. So it's going to go back together, but some things just never quit surprising me with Homelite. So we'll just take it as it goes. Like I said, it ran, and it seemed to have good compression. So I'll rebuild the carb, and I'll sand it all down and restore it and get some decals for it. And see what we can do with it. It had a plastic top on it. Now I'm wondering if that originally in 1970, would they have had a plastic top like that with the Homelite embossed lettering? I don't know, but I got an extra one just in case. And the decals are the same as the Super XL automatic, except that it's got a -12 on the end. So I'm hoping Joe will be able to take care of those decals fairly quickly. So anyway, here it goes. We're into another one, and there's a lot of cleaning to do on this. And I didn't think I was going to restore this handle because I thought there was enough left of it, but maybe I can save the bottom and match it. But I'll see. But I'll have to find a paint or a vinyl that I can get in this color, and that might be tough.